Welcome to What Was She Thinking? The podcast where we watch movies and TV series a little deeper. We talk about stories, choices, culture, and the moments that make you pause and ask, what was she thinking?
And that means in this show, we are asking the character, the directors, and ourselves to consider how thoughts prompt actions and ultimately one's experiences in life. Today, we are reviewing the TV show Dutton Ranch on Paramount, Part 2, starring Kelly Riley as Beth, Cole Hauser as Rip, Finn Little as Carter, Annette Benning as Beulah, and Ed Harris as Everett. This is not just a TV recap. This is also a conversation about mindset, motivation, and the choices that shape women's lives. Hello, I am Sharla.
And I am Kim, and welcome to What Was She Thinking?
Yay!
Hey!
We're back here. We're back after, the devil is busy sometimes. We had a lot. We had a lot going on.
A lot going on. Glad to be back. But I will say this. He does not get the victory, period.
Right. Amen.
He does not get the victory. We just had stuff that we had to take care of. But he will not get the victory because we're back. Okay.
We're back. Yeah. We had tech issues with me, so I couldn't. My laptop died, so I couldn't record.
Listen here. The gremlins do what the gremlins do, and that's what they do sometimes.
Then I had family reunion, and we had camp. We had 2 camps.
Good.
Yes, girl. It was a lot. It was a lot. In
the middle of summer, like we're in the middle of summer programming. Okay, let's do it like that. Summer programming. So I had family camping.
You had family camping.
Yeah, still getting my baby on, taking him to interviews. Well, he's going to interviews, but he's not landing the job, but that's okay.
He got time.
Because the job is going to come. I told him the other day, I said, when God sees fit for you to have a job, you will have a job.
You have a job, yeah.
And it'll be for you. My question to the people that when he goes on these interviews is that he goes on these interviews and they tell him they're full. So why'd you schedule an interview if you're already fully staffed? That's my only
that's a
question is, and you know, they're like, well, we want to get a pool of people just in case we have something that comes up. And
I have heard people doing that like that too, yeah. But still, well, hold on to my application until you read it. Don't be.
So that has happened to him twice. And the interview was so quick. You know, I make sure that he's punctual, make sure that he shows up at least 10 minutes before the interview begins. He goes in so the people know that he's there early. And by the time he's done with the interview, before it's time for him to go to the interview time.
But Kim, I remember it being like that. I remember going to go interview for a job at Chili's back in the day. And I think I was in there for all of like 5-10 minutes. That was it. They would come and sit down in this booth. Let me ask you a few questions. But it's lunch rush start or whatever, dinner rush. And then I can remember that one for sure. It was quick.
Oh man. Well, that had that going on. And then we did the camping. And so I don't know if it's been like trending, like Black people are camping now, like like actually camping, and then like doing like family camping, and
like
so
a little glamping camping.
Listen, I was not ready. Let me just first start by saying that. So we had the wonderful idea of doing a family camping night. And of course we wasn't going in the woods, okay? But we did it in our backyard, my mom's backyard. And honey, we had tents. We had blow up mattresses, and we spent the night out there.
Was it hot? Was it humid?
That was the worst sleep I've ever had in my life. When I tell you it was so hot. And listen, I went and I bought these fans that were
Yeah.
charged
Uh-huh.
and portable, and they had lights on them, and they had a fan. And honey, when the charge went out, honey,
Oh, so they was good while they was good.
it was
While
good while it was in there. Now it was hot. Now listen
Mhm.
here, I would tell anybody, don't do no camping in no July, honey. Mm-mm. Not in no South Carolina. Mm-mm. It's too hot out there.
Maybe
'Cause
after no, you couldn't do it after it rained because then the grass would be wet.
But yeah, and then
Mhm.
Charlotte, it like never cooled off. I mean, it's
Mhm.
like literally like I think because they had games, we did like a movie night. They had movies playing on the screen outside, and then they had games and stuff. I went to bed at like 12 o'clock because I was tired,
But that's still late.
but it was still hot. Josh came in the tent at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah, because he young. That's good fun to hang out with your cousins and
and
stuff.
it was hot. It never cooled off. It
But was it hot?
never.
Was it the tent or like outside of the tent where you
Yeah.
have air? Was
So
it better
no,
outside?
well, we had fans blowing all
Yeah, I
around.
saw you saw the yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So we had fans and stuff, but I was getting very little of that circulation of air. And so after we got up the next morning and everything, and everybody was just talking and stuff. And I was telling them about how hot it was in my tent. They was like, "Well, because you all shut up in your tent. You had it zipped up. You doggone right, I had it zipped up. Because first of all, I don't do no bugs.
They're not
Nothing's
coming
crawling
in
in
here.
there with me. I don't do no rodents. I don't know what crawls around in the middle of the
Mhm.
night on the outside because I'm
Mhm.
in the inside of my house. So yeah, you darn right I was zipped up. They was like, yeah, you needed to unzip the door and let the
The
tent,
air
let
in.
the air go through. Are you crazy?
Mhm. And then the
Yeah.
other thing
So it was the worst sleep of my life on that air mattress in that goddamn tent because it was hot as I don't know what.
Mhm.
But I wasn't prepared, and so now we want to do it again because we've invested money in tents and fans and
Right,
all
and
these things.
mhm, and now y'all
So
have a
we
learning curve, so now y'all
yeah,
know how to perfect it.
yeah. So now we want to do it probably in the early fall months.
Ooh,
So we're
like
gonna do it again when it gets a little cooler.
mhm.
We're gonna do it again, and we're gonna hope for the best.
Oh, it'll be fun. I wanna try that too. That sounds like so much fun. Um, but I feel you on the things crawling because yeah, I don't know about, like, snakes and stuff, like, cause you never know.
Hello, hello. When
I'm
I
with
got
you.
up,
I'm with you.
I think I got up like 6 o'clock that morning, and I had to go use the restroom. So I got up, and when I got up, I had to get my son to help me to get up, like and get out of the tent, right?
Mhm,
So he helped me get up, and when I got out the tent, everybody's like tent door were like flapping in the wind, like
mhm.
they was all open up.
No, you was like,
Mm-mm, not me. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. When I went in the house and used the restroom, and I came back to the tent, I told my son, "Okay, I'm not coming back out here.
yeah, I'm
So
staying
I'm
in
gonna
the
be
air.
in the house. I'm going in the house. So
Mhm,
let's wrap
mhm.
it up."
Keep it here, yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh, I
Mm-mm,
feel you.
mm-mm,
Mhm,
mm-mm.
yeah,
But it was an experience, and it was fun. It was fun, and it was really good memories, um, with the family. So that's all that matters.
yeah, that's all it matters. That's what I feel
Yeah.
like with the family reunion back in the day, um, it was just, we gotta go. Daddy said it's
Mhm.
time because my daddy's side of the family, so daddy said it's time to go, so we gotta go to the family reunion, but now getting older, it's like, "So, what you doing? Can you plan?" I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Lord, I'm committed status?" I
Girl,
reached
you elevating, girl.
'cause I was just saying,
You
"Oh,
get
well,
on that family reunion committee, girl.
and I
You
remember I
elevating,
asked you
girl.
about it. You was like, "It's a lot," and even they were saying it's a lot because the family member in charge, she was saying this is her last year. I think she's done
Mhm.
it the last 15 years or more or
Mm.
whatever, and it is organized to the T. You know what I'm talking about? Organized to the T. Everything was on time.
Mhm.
And I love a good organized event.
Mhm.
And I'm
Mhm.
like, maybe that's why I love a good organized event, because I
Mhm.
was brought
Mhm.
up with a good organized event. And I mean, like, going out to the park, and like one days was like a fish fry or whatever. So we had to go out to the
Mhm.
park. And you go out to like like it's a winding road. You don't know where you're going, right, until you
Mhm.
actually get into the park or whatever, because it's like a
Mhm.
big whatever. But it were like signs like Davis family reunion this way. I'm like, oh, I love a good sign to help me.
Mhm. Navigate. Mhm. Okay, I'm
Love
gonna
a
write
good
it.
the thought and detail put
Yeah.
into this thing.
Mhm.
I love
Mhm.
this way instead of like,
Mhm.
"Excuse me, do you?" That's
Yeah.
like, oh, just love the thought and detail put into it. So,
Mhm.
but it was good to be like, because the kids are more so like, "When can we leave?" They was on that mindset. That's
Mhm.
a teenage mindset. But now, yeah, I'm looking back like, "Oh yeah, everybody getting older. We getting we the aunties," and so that was interesting to be of
Yeah.
that age.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, you about to enter elevation, honey, because that family reunion committee, that is a
I ain't
no-go.
said yes yet, Kim, but I was like, I don't know, because you told me y'all met every week,
We
every
used to meet, like, and it was, like, literally because everything is, like, planned. So, T-shirt money. So, you have to order those things in advance so they can be
Mhm,
ready. So, it's like, what's the design of the T-shirt? What it's gonna
mhm,
look like? Voting on who's gonna do it, what's gonna look like, what's the budget, booking the place, the, locations, um
it's a lot.
what are the games? What are the things
Yeah,
we're gonna do? We gonna have a DJ? Are we gonna do like a water aspect of it? It's a lot. A lot goes into
mhm,
it. And to be honest, the majority of it is like food, locations,
mhm,
and like designing, like,
mhm,
how much is it going to cost per family? Like, are kids 5 and under, are they going to be, is it going to be free for them, or are
mhm,
they going to have to pay like $10 or $5 for
mhm.
5 and under? You know
It's
what
a
I'm saying?
lot
Those kind of things. It's a lot. It's a
detail,
lot
yeah,
of
that you had to think about.
pieces, moving parts to think about. And so when you got somebody, that's why you got to tap into them people, your aunties and stuff, and your cousins that were planning it, had
Did
been
it
planning it.
before.
Imma
Mhm,
still need to pull from what because, um, I've been on 2 family, I've been kinda on 1, but 2 but 1 I've been on 1 full family reunion committee, and then I was kinda on another one.
mhm.
So, and it's a lot of work.
It's
It's
a
a lot
lot
of
of work.
work.
I can
Mhm.
tell it's a lot of work.
And
Yeah.
it's special because, when we had ours, 2 of my family members have passed on since then, you know?
Mhm,
And I remember them at the family reunion, and they're
mhm.
not no longer here.
Yeah, that's always the sad part where you be like, "Who
Yeah,
ain't here no more?" Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But okay, so I think that leads into Dutton Ranch.
Oh,
Because you know what I thought about while watching this part two, as it just snowballed into something I had. I was like, "What the hell is
what's
happening?
going on?
This is not real life. This is not real life.
How we leave drama and we come.
What is happening here? This what I predicted is not panning out at all of what
Mhm,
I thought would
mhm,
happen. But it did lead me to think like what kinds of things people do in
mhm.
order to like save their family
Yeah,
legacy or whatever.
legacy.
Like
Yeah. Mhm,
I don't know what I don't think I would go to the lengths of killing people.
mhm, mhm. Like, when we talk about, like, legacy, when we talk about, like, family legacy, like, I don't know that
Mhm.
when I say that what I want my legacy to be, I
Mhm.
don't put it into a family name. Like, I think
Mhm.
they put way too much power in the family name. Like,
Mhm.
this is the legacy of our family. And then they poured so much power into that now they have to keep up the facade of what this family is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And as we move through the series, we realize that the
They,
family ain't what it ain't that ain't what it is.
that's a good point.
You ain't even what you say you are. Like you
Mm-hmm.
are literally so far removed from that all of your problems is coming from the fact that you're just trying to save
You
face.
lying, yeah. You
Because
you
listen
just gotta
here.
hold on to an idea, a perception, which I can't see that. Like through all communities, you're right.
Mhm.
You make a good point. You're known as the such and such of the
Mhm.
community or whatever. And oh, like them people down there, Kim, the Murdochs.
Oh yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? They were
Mhm.
supposed to be so highfalutin and whatnot.
Mhm.
And then when the kids, that one son get to cutting up, go to great lengths to hold on to
Mhm.
that name, right?
Hold on to the name, hold on to the respect of the name, and you out here doing all kind of things.
Taking your clients' money.
Alleged, we gonna say allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly stealing from your clients and all
Yeah,
kind of things in order to keep up the hype of
keep up the hype
yeah.
of
That's
the name
crazy of the
because
name.
you poured so much, you put so much power in that name, and
Mhm.
that is, and one of the things. Okay, listen, and the difference between like not saying that the Dutton name didn't do no dirt because they did dirt now.
Yeah, you
They
told me I
wasn't
didn't watch
pristine.
Yellowstone, but you told me they was
Yeah,
dirty.
they wasn't pristine. Their hands wasn't always clean, right?
Mhm.
But they had a goddamn ranch.
Mhm.
They took care of cows and bulls and all the ranch things that goes on the ranch.
Mhm.
That was their legacy, the land and the business, right?
Mhm.
Ten Petal, as we learn, had a similar history of that. But at some point, it didn't move the way that it was supposed to move.
They sold their souls.
They sold their souls, as we begin to see in the later part of the series.
Series, yeah. Mhm.
The backstory. And then
Mhm.
you wonder, um, now that I'm thinking about the story, the series now, and you think about when Beulah, I don't know, was Beulah when they did her backstory? What episode was that?
Oh, I think
Was
that
that
was
5? No.
7? Yeah, because I have flashback to Beulah being off the chain and being raped. That's what I'm
Okay. Okay. So, and we see like how she was as a young girl, right?
Uh-huh,
Off the
uh-huh.
chain, likes to go to the bar, and she wants to see who's up in there. And then we get introduced to kind of like her keeper, her bodyguard, her
Mhm,
shadow. And as we meet this person, we're thinking, "Oh my gosh, he's such a good guy." And
mhm.
when I saw the episode, I was thinking to myself, "Oh, I wonder if he likes her. I
Yeah,
wonder if
yeah.
he likes
I thought that was
Beulah." Like,
Joaquin Daddy.
yeah, Joaquin Daddy. I'm like, okay. But he seemed like a really cool person. And not they were setting us up for the okey doke with him. Cause
Mhm,
he wasn't what we thought he was
mhm.
as the movie going. So as the series going. So let's start at 4 or 5. What do we
5.
stop? 5?
We stopped at 5. So we go at 5. Rip and Beth basically in this episode come up with this plan to work Ten Petal.
Yeah.
Now, my initial thoughts was that they thought that the Jackson clan had poisoned their
Hmm.
cattle and that they was gonna go up in there and be like, no, you're not.
Investigate.
Yeah, they was
Mhm.
gonna investigate, they was gonna
Mhm.
retaliate. So this is what I
Mhm.
was this is when I'm going into 5, 6, 7,
Mhm.
8, 9 thinking or whatever. So imagine my disappointment, kid, when I was like, what the hell is we doing? What happened to the what happened to the
Listen here. And then so Rob Will in this instance is supposed to be gone, right? But we
Mhm.
know he's not. So Rob Will is supposed to be gone.
To
Now, first
rehab,
off,
yeah. Mhm.
Rob Will is the villain,
It's the
right?
devil. He
And
is
he is the one, but he is the devil of Beulah's making
this is
because she made him the devil.
she sure
And
did.
then so as we begin to see with Joaquin, Beulah begins to understand. Now, unbeknownst to us, just like you said, we're thinking they're going in there to kind of investigate, see what's going on. Because something ain't right about that goddamn that one cow don't come and tow
Yeah.
up all our stock, right? So I know you have to have something to do with it,
Do
okay?
with it. I mean, to be okay.
And then like Rip and Beth are they up here, they top tier. You ain't gonna get their LinkedIn profile is top tier. Okay. They got the business to back up.
Yeah.
They got the degrees, they got the
Mhm.
whatever.
They got everything.
Their
You want
resume
somebody to run your ranch,
lines up,
it would be them. Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And Beulah, the Jacksons, Ten Petal, didn't necessarily have that.
Mm-mm.
They didn't
No,
have that.
and
Because Joaquin
she had done all that research on them to know that okay, they ain't got it. They haven't. We failed because we ran into what natural disasters and whatnot or whatever, but they failed because they not running their business right.
and although Joaquin may be smart and sharp when it comes to business,
Hmm.
he's not a Beth.
You're not a rancher, yeah.
He's
Mm-hmm.
not a vet. He's not a rancher at all.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Will is not a rancher. He's privileged and he is um he's
He
a
just
whole hot mess.
privileged, yeah. He
He's a
entitled.
whole hot mess. He has no business being the ranch person
Mm-mm.
over the he has no business doing
He
that.
just knows terminology, but he
Yeah.
don't know business. He don't know ball.
Yeah, he don't know none of that. And so to get Beth and Rip, she was getting the best of the best, man.
Right. And I'm thinking, okay, Beth is a boss, right? Because we saw her go in and make that deal, right? I got the best
Mhm.
beef or whatever in town.
Mhm.
Bam. So we know she is a boss, confident or whatever, and you know her from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
So I was thinking strategy here when she goes to Beulah at the end of that episode because the way Beulah played herself when she was eating dinner with Rip, I thought, why is she showing her hands so when she like, tell me more about Beth. Like, why are you being so thirsty? Why are you seem
Mhm.
like a smarter businesswoman in the show thirstiness. But okay, I just thought that was interesting. And then when Beth goes over later that night and says, I don't do fear and I don't do losing money well. Again, I'm like, okay, Beth and Rip got a plan. This must be some badass plan they about to come
Mhm.
up with.
Mhm.
So imagine myself, okay, Kim, I just don't, I just, okay.
Knowing what you know now, back then it was the play.
It was,
Was giving them the play.
Beulah was
It was
still
setting
playing her
up.
ass. And I hate to see people get played. Especially a smart person like Beth. I'm like, Beth girl, I thought you was running game. But Beulah
She was on it like she knew something wasn't right,
knew something.
but
Because she said, how were you able to keep this ranch open? Okay, okay. How were you able to after all of this bullshit you don't went through? You should have been down. This ranch should have been
and
down.
because you ain't even got no good beef. You got this hybrid beef, this mixture beef. You ain't even got the Angus beef, the pure beef that we had at
Mhm.
our farm.
She should
You
have said,
got a mixed breed
hmm,
beef.
something's not right. And Kim, and they putting dead bodies on people's land. Why would okay. She didn't know that. She didn't know that at that point.
Yeah.
I have to because she didn't know that when she went to go make this deal with Beulah. And then at the end of episode 5, Rob Will returns to Chet to scare him. I don't know. Cause he know Chet scared of his ass. So he returns, and then what's his name? Was that no? I think that's later. Joaquin is like, oh, he going to Botswana later. That nigga ain't going no Botswana. He coming right here to wreak havoc.
That Negro is he ain't even in rehab right
Damn,
now.
you lie. All y'all lie. This is the lioness family. They lie about. They lie about everything. They
That
lie about everything.
Rob Will is the absolute worst. When I thought they sent him away, which I knew he wasn't gonna, I knew he was gonna come back because he was the antagonist. But
Mhm.
I was like, good, get him on out of here because he's a whole hot mess. The
Mhm.
first episode, he was a whole hot mess. You can
Mhm.
tell he was the problem. He
Yeah,
was the problem,
what's the
right?
problem? Yeah.
And
Mhm.
then you send him off for him to come back in episode 5. In episode 5, he ain't even been gone long enough.
He first of all, Kim, he ain't went to nobody rehab in the first. Well, that was already gonna be a disaster because you're right. He's entitled. He's not used to
Mm-hmm.
consequences. So how
Mm-hmm.
you gonna have somebody shoot a whole person and then you gonna send him off and still allow him to come back? Like there's no consequences for Rob Will. We can see.
No, no.
Okay, so we move on to episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in this episode, we see Everett and Beulah have a night. So she like, okay, she has won over Everett because Everett was playing hard to get, but somehow she done got Everett to come on through.
That's a sweet thing. But she was like, and it's so funny because Dutton Ranch is in the news right now. Well, kind of like in the spotlight right now because it's like some issues with the set. So
Oh, really? I missed
cast
that.
members, because Ed Harris, who plays Everett, thought that his role would be a little bit more um contributory to the flow.
He
He
want
thought
more
he was
lines.
gonna be there because he's a seasoned actor, very
Yeah,
good actor,
he should.
and he
Yeah,
felt that he would have been a little bit more prevalent in the series
sure. Yeah,
than somebody sweet thing.
yeah.
Okay, so
Just a little
he
piece.
verbally expressed his displeasure
Oh,
about
he
that.
did.
Mhm.
Oh,
And so, it's kind of like some little, cast, things going on.
he said, "I'm just a piece of ass in this story."
And so
But
he
women play that role all the time, Kim. Women play that role all the time, but he complaining.
he don't like it. He don't like it because, and then I don't remember. I don't know if this was the early episode, but one episode when they went to the bar and it was him and Beth and Rip. They went to the bar
Uh-huh.
and he went up there to go sing. And when everyone up there to sing, they didn't play him singing. They played like another kind of musical montage because
Mhm.
Beth and Rip were dancing, right?
Mhm.
So and he was very pissed that they didn't play that
They
song.
play him singing. He like,
That
why
they
y'all?
didn't play him singing. He was very upset about that. The actor Ed Harris was very upset at the fact that they didn't
He
play
put
his
all
song.
that time into that. He put all that time into rehearsing singing that song, and they ain't even
So
show.
I'm hoping that he will come back for season 2,
Mhm.
but there's a little dust up. And so and they do have Ed Harris play he's very docile, very sweet veterinarian. He's a person that does the right thing. But
Until the end.
Beulah, he likes Beulah, but I think because he mentions early in the season that him and Beulah's husband served together or
Mhm.
they served together, or they had some type of relationship. So I think he kind of like stepped away or pulled back from Beulah, even though he cared for her out of respect. And
Mhm.
so now he's like, okay, if you down, then I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's see where this goes.
Cause Beulah
And
like,
he's
"He dead."
open to it.
Cause Beulah like, "My husband dead."
But Beulah, I mean, he's just a very sweet, docile, understanding, and resourceful veterinarian.
He reminds me, cause you said you haven't watched Little House on the Prairie, but he reminds me of Doc Baker. That's who he is.
Little House on the Prairie.
Kim, it is not. Stop that. It is Kim.
Probably.
It is not. It's such a sweet story.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we have different tastes. Cause
Yeah.
I
Mm-mm.
was sitting here at Dutton Ranch like this is not. I think I'm more believing Little House on the Prairie than I am Dutton Ranch.
Mm-mm. Listen. But Beulah is staking her claim to Everett, and she is for sure they're getting their little mix
She
on. So
likes
we
him.
start to see their little love story start to emerge a little
Yeah,
bit more.
that's good though. She's like in my older age. I'm glad they have like the storyline, and she still is like, I'm not giving up on love, getting
Yeah,
some or whatever. So she's
yeah,
still and well, she got to run this here business. She ain't got no choice to run this here business, but she's still trying to run it. And so her and Beth go into the city to close the deal with the what's the guy, the black guy, the business owner.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think he's like he's some type of business owner, but he also loves like cowboying and
Yeah,
ranch.
yeah, he did.
Like he has a really fascination for it as well. And
Hmm.
so, you know, Beth lands that deal for her.
Yeah, she lands. She
Beth
is
sells it for her.
so excuse me, like inspiring to see
Yeah,
her be so confident in these settings. That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. Beth is confident. Um, on the plane, Beth said, "All I need is 20 minutes.
yeah.
I'm trying to be back in enough time to have my drink on my porch. This is light work for me." And she does. She
Mhm.
closes the deal.
That's the
Um,
deal.
while she's gone, um, Carter hangs out with what's her name? What's her name? Aliana, Ali, I can't, the fast self.
Oriana,
Oriana. And then
Oriana, whatever.
yeah,
Her name does not fit the
oh,
person.
yeah, it does it.
Her name need to be like
Alicia
her
or
grandma name is Beulah, so her
Beulah.
name need to be like Holly Ann or something like that.
Yeah, she need an old school name like Virginia.
Dixie Belle, Sue
Yeah.
Ann,
Sue Ann, yeah. No, that's like that might be too country.
Polly Mae.
Oh, you going real good. You
Mhm.
going real country.
Not no Orion or Oriana. What? None of
No.
that. That
Mm-mm.
name does not match
It
that
don't
girl.
match her. It don't match her. But so she is still running Carter. Um, he tells her he loves her. She don't even say. Oh my God, the drag action here is it's so so
The
bad.
secondhand embarrassment I feel for this boy every time he comes on the screen, it is beyond me.
He
I'm
should be
like,
he
get
should be feeling
up.
like what Ed Harris is feeling. If anything, he is really getting drug on screen. Like, yeah, this is not Ed Harris to me is coming off as a nice gentleman. I understand he want more
Yeah,
lines, but I don't think he's coming off as a simp. This guy is coming off as a simp for sure.
yeah, he is. Carter is the simp. When you look up simp, it needs to have Carter picture next to it.
Sitting
Or
there,
if you want to make it cowboy simp, then Carter picture need to be there. Because Carter irked my nerves this whole
so
entire season.
it's so nasty to watch. To have some
I'm so sick of him.
no
Oh my
confidence.
gosh. Who and one look, and I don't know if that's his first little piece or something he
It's got
got.
to
I don't
be.
know what it was, but to let that girl have your nose wide open like that is Get up, boy. Get up.
And be so rude. She's so rude. So nasty and rude to him. That's what I would. So while they are away, Rip is bonding with the cowboys. And then Chet confronts what's his name? Yoquim, whatever you say it.
Joaquin.
Joaquim. I don't know why I want to say that. Joaquim, and then he gets shot.
That boy said Rob will set him up for the okie doke. First of all, it was 50 if Chet was even gonna be able to complete the task. It was 50-50. Number one, Rob will on this drug high in this hotel room starts planting a seed to Chet to put a battery in his back to go in
take care of his business.
And that boy did not even stand a chance. It was 50-50 if he would have even been able to get it done. It was 50-50. But he comes up there with this battery in his back by Rob Will.
On their land.
On their land with all the security people around there.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to try to kill Joaquin? And then you're going to tell him that Rob Will is who sent you to kill him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. This is crazy, Kim. and then the way Rip responds like it ain't nothing. I'm like, this the way I would have left. I'm not built for this life, Kim. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I want to go back to. One thing those cowboys at Ten Petal, what they wasn't gonna do was try Rip. They would have tried any of them other ones, but what they wasn't gonna do, they was never gonna try Rip. They was never gonna try him.
They weren't gonna try Rip. They made from a different cloth because
listen here. Rip hand is not clean. He don't have clean. He does not have clean hands. But that's one that one that
Kim.
Rip, honey.
I love me. I would marry a good Rip because Rip is solid. Rip is solid. Rip gonna provide and Rip is solid. But I don't know if I could be a ride or die with Rip because I'd be like, you know what?
Rip is
I'm gonna let you do that.
He don't seen it all and he has done probably most of it. He has very little fear in his heart for men, and he don't really have no fear for he don't deal with foolishness either. If you're gonna be a cowboy, you're gonna be a cowboy, and this is what cowboys do, and this is what we're gonna do. Him seeing what happened with Joaquin and Chet was like
illegal activity is where I draw the line. Illegal
this is Thursday night. This is Thursday night on the ranch.
Don't take me to no hospital. Wasn't gonna take you to no hospital. I already know. All right.
You ain't gotta tell me that. You know where I come from.
This ain't my first rodeo. Get in the truck and don't bleed on my leather.
Annie, put on him. You got somebody go get him to get. Don't worry, that's taken care of. Come on, let me take you.
Kim, I just know where this is going. I just know where this is going, and I can stand beside you while you kill the cattle. Kim. But I'm not picking up no gun with you. I'm just not.
And listen here. And then number two. Who put that dead body on my ranch? So while we ride to the hospital and you bleed because you got shot in your hand or cut or whatever. Who put that dead body?
Kim, these people lie. That's when I was looking at this. Like, you think you're gonna get the truth? Is he think you're gonna get the truth? This man is lying. He said there, I don't even know. You know my brother. You know how my brother is. My brother he long gone. He ain't coming back. You lying. You know that dude is a wild card.
Who put it on my name? Who? And we're gonna have this conversation, and you're gonna tell me.
You're gonna tell me.
You're gonna tell me the truth.
Go ahead.
Listen, Rip is like you said. He's a solid person. He has seen things. He has done things. His hands are not clean. Okay, but I will fool la la with Rip, 10 toes down with him.
Mhm.
I will fool that out with him because that dude
Me
and
too.
the way that he loves
Beth.
the softer side is the way that he loves Beth. I love
Yes.
that.
I love that too. I
I
love that
love that.
too.
The way that he loves her. Now, he was an orphan.
Mhm.
Beth's daddy
Took him
kind of
in.
raised him and took him
Mhm.
in. Okay. So he hasn't had a good life. His
Mhm.
younger life was not a good life, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he's seen things, he's been through some things. And like I said, his hands aren't clean. But if you want to do this, that's the kind of person you need to have.
Yeah, apparently so, but I
Yeah,
just don't know if I
legal or let's see here. I know Charlotte, legal or illegal. You need to have a rep.
it just reminds me of, like, I don't know if this happened to you back in the day, but when I was coming up back in the day in the '90s, there
Mhm.
was this, like, time period where several people, not that I knew personally, but, like, okay, let's say, for instance, the hairdresser. The hairdresser, she did a lot of drug dealer girlfriends' hair.
Okay.
And so I had heard stories about how the women who dated these drug dealers, like they lived, they had plenty of loot to do, get their hair done and clothes and stuff like that. But a story or two about how the police come knocking on that door in the middle of the morning, taking everybody. And I was like, oh no, while I would love to have an infinite amount of money, I can't be caught up in no foolishness with somebody coming banging on my door in the middle of the night.
Listen here.
I'm not.
I
So that's why I'm like, they are living a life where she got to be ride or die, because some of the stuff that they go through, like, she is ready. Beth is ready. And I'm not built for that life. I'm not
listen here.
built for that life, Kim.
Beth, when I tell you she is ride or die for sure.
She's
But
ride or
she
die.
ain't
You
listen,
can do
she
it, Kim? You think you can do it? Is
no
that
no
it?
no 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 no
That's
no
not
no
in
no.
you either? Okay.
No. I don't have the constitution for it myself. Um so you know I don't even want to put it out there because that's not what I'm trying to attract. I'm gonna say right now. I mean, no, I don't have the constitution for it.
Okay. I was just like, maybe
But
I'm not, maybe, yeah, okay.
but Beth is different. I think she
You said
grew up
tough.
well, Beth.
Mhm.
She grew up well, but she grew up rough. Beth's daddy did not sugarcoat things for her. She was not a princess. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I still go back to that episode where those men beat her down to the ground to the
Mhm.
socks, honey. And
Mhm.
she got them back. But the fact that that's that's what you feel like you have to do for to a female. She's a good partner to Rip because
The match, yeah.
they match that crash out 100 100 plus 100.
Yeah.
If Rip gonna crash out at 100, Beth gonna be right there at 100, and then we gonna crash out at 200.
Yes, they are a match in that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like that, yeah, that you're right, you're right. Is this when they go out to eat, though? When they are, on the way back or something? Maybe that's later, I'm getting it confused, where I think where they are Beth and Beulah are talking, and Beulah brings up very sensitive things. She brings up the brother, like, "What happened to your brother?"
Mhm.
And then she says, yeah, this is in this episode where she
Mhm.
says, um, we both have wayward sons. And it seems as if she's being like, we have something in common, like she's trying to make a
Mhm.
connection. But I
Mhm.
think that she's trying to um set her up to be vulnerable. Like you
Mhm.
off your game, because now I'm over here being big businesswoman. Now I'm talking
Mhm.
about how cattle da 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 da. Now
Mhm.
you bringing up two things that are very sacred, and that have very, maybe I got some PTSD behind. I don't know. I just thought that was very telling.
Mhm.
That in this moment she decides to pick these two things to talk about. Like, this woman is dangerous, I think. not safe, not to be trusted.
Yeah, no, Beulah was never, um, it was never about saving the 10 petal. It was about what it was about. And that was to continue to save face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I think on Beulah's behalf, I don't know why she thought Rip and Beth was the ones to play with. I don't know why she thought that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't know. I think I think Beth's spidey senses was always going off,
But she didn't listen.
but she didn't listen. And I
Mm-mm.
think when she brought up the thing about her brother, and I think it started going off a little bit. It started going off a
See?
little bit. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Because right after that episode, they have this the I think the next episode was the party.
Yeah, it was a party. So yeah, we go to episode 7. And that's when we have the flashback about Beulah being raped, and we learn the significance of that later. Beulah is off the chain. Beulah is off the chain. And I don't know, maybe her going through the house telling everybody what to do, you doing that wrong. Maybe that's a bit of an indication of how kind of nutty she is. So I was like, that's so
Mhm,
rude to be like, don't do it like that,
mhm,
do it like this.
mhm, mhm,
And then we see, which I thought was awesome. I was like, Rip Carter and Beth ride to the party on horses. I was like, they all gonna be stank when they get there, cause ain't no way you gonna steal some
cowboy. They're cowboy.
the Cowboys for real. But she all dressed up like perfume. I just don't feel like that's but you know who am I? Okay, I don't ride horses, but that's where I went. Like, you gonna be stank when you get there, but that's okay.
We ain't driving no car. We gonna ride the horse, honey.
Which proved to be a challenge for Poe Carter later on. Okay, so Joaquin and Beulah talk. She is supposed to retire and tell everybody
Mhm,
at this party that she is going to hand over the ranch, 10 petals, to him. He is excited because he has been waiting on
mhm,
this day for forever, poor little thing.
mhm, mhm,
Meanwhile, Zach and Azul are um, hanging out with the other ranchers at the bar. So in
mhm,
this episode, we see that the business owner shows up. So this is, and I was like, why is he here? But at
mhm,
the end of the episode, Beulah announces because Rob Will comes up, right? During the party, Rob Will shows up and threatens, I guess because he wasn't able to get rid of Joaquin, he wasn't able to kill him. So I guess he's like, I just gotta go tell my mama she gotta give me this.
mhm. It's my birthright.
I tried to kill my brother so I could get it, but I'm just gonna tell her that she need to give it to me. And she is scared of this dude.
Yeah.
I just can't understand you being scared of your children.
The monster that you made. The monster you made. You
Yeah,
made this monster.
she is scared of him.
Yeah.
And he is like showing his power because he's sitting
Yeah.
behind her desk, he's all comfortable. But you
Mhm.
don't get up on my goddamn seat.
And why you ain't in rehab any goddamn way?
Kim, let's start there. What the hell is you doing? What the hell is you doing here? Go find Miguel. Miguel, come get him.
Get him up out of him. Put him in a stall. Put him in something. Lock him in the room or something.
But I guess because we found out maybe what he knows later, she gives him what he wants. Because I thought she was just he
I
just
thought
for
you
a
would.
while,
Yeah. Hmm.
or whatever. But she gives him what he wants, and then um,
Everybody's shocked.
yeah,
Everybody's
everybody
shocked.
is shocked. Joaquin is pissed. The business owner is like, I didn't make this deal with your drug addict
Yeah.
son.
Yeah. And everybody know about him.
Yeah,
Everybody know
everybody know about.
he's a whole hot mess.
Hmm.
And
Beth and
no.
Beulah, I mean Beth and Rip too. Are like
Yeah.
we didn't sign up to work for
Mm-mm.
him. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. It was
Oh,
not. Yeah.
they didn't make a deal with
Mm-hmm.
him, so I can understand. Like, dude, like,
Mm-mm.
where the contract at? Let's rip it up.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
But also, we see that Azul and Zachariah get hold of some tea. because they like we all corrupt around here.
And if you know, it's a little structure to this thing. So the ranchers,
Yeah.
the cowboys, they don't mix with the upper echelon. The people
No,
at the hundred,
it
the
wasn't.
whatever
I'm
the
like, what?
party
They could
is,
have came to the party.
they was
Why
like,
you invite them to the
y'all,
party?
y'all gonna have this party over here at this bar
Yeah,
in
because she
town.
said, yeah, she showed it. I set up a tab for y'all.
Set up a tab, and so then we realized how really dirty and down low the Ten Petal is, because Azul and Zachariah sitting at the bar, because they're kind of off from
Yeah.
the other crew.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like,
What they talking
y'all,
about?
yeah, what's going on over here? Y'all are dirty. I don't know what the guy's name is, but he gets up and he was like, yeah, Ten Petal is dirty.
Dirty.
Ten
Uh-huh.
Petal is dirty.
You like, what they mean by that?
What's going on with that? And then if you're gonna do things, dirty things, you got way too many people know.
What you
Too
doing?
many people know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. But
That's
Kim,
the problem.
the operation that they're running, they'd have to let them know, right?
They would.
Mm-hmm.
They would. So all of them was complacent with it. All of them was cool with it. Because
Mm-hmm.
the guy who shot Chet, he was in there too. And he
Mm-hmm.
was just watching
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to see
Mm-hmm.
what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Miguel. Was that Miguel?
Miguel, he was
Miguel was
watching.
the
He just was
reporter.
in
He gonna
reporting.
report back.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So
Mhm.
because they like, oh, so it might maybe it's because again, we thinking, I'm thinking they are infecting people's ranches with
Mhm.
dirty cows.
Right. Or there something's going on with how they're getting their cattle, right? Or
Yeah.
how they're getting it, because they're not doing no premium. Again, they're doing some kind of hybrid mix of a cow, of a bull, or whatever.
But still
So
bad.
they're not getting this premium beef,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe the way that they're getting the beef or the cows
Right.
maybe a little funky.
Shady
But
there.
so I'm still thinking in the realm of ranching.
Right.
Something funky going on in the realm of ranching. I'm not thinking what happened.
Right. So okay, so in the season, in the episode 7, Carter spazzes out because what's his name? Oriana, or she rips him
Polly
a
Sue. Polly Sue.
Polly Sue rips him a new one. She like, you didn't fuck me, I fucked you. God dang. God.
You see
Oh,
what I'm saying? That girl is not for you. Okay.
ooh, ooh, that
She
was
has been
cold.
playing you this whole time.
Ooh, that
Every
was
time you've gotten arrested, it's been because of that goddamn
her.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did the sheriff has tried to tell him on multiple times,
Leave that
leave
gal alone.
that girl alone.
She
Okay.
too fast for
And
you.
yeah, and then he goes up trying to, poke his chest out. Boy, that girl ain't paying you no attention.
Nah. She like her
Ain't-
grandma. She's like her grandma. Yeah, she knows how and when to use people to get what she wants. Because when Beth and Rip showed up, I watched it again. When she tells Joaquin I hired them, I understand now why he was like, "Why are you involving them?" And it's like they not. And she
Mhm.
like, that heifer do what she was doing. Anyway, so we end episode 7 after Carter spazzes out. Beulah has a heart attack in the middle of that or whatever. And then we flash back to Beulah being a killer, like back in the
No limit. She was like, and then so we meet Joaquin's dad, and like I said, he was kind of like her bodyguard, her driver, protector, kind of like, and he sees what happens, and seemed like he was a person that Beulah could confide in, because even when everything that happened and everything that happened afterwards, when she found out she was pregnant, it was him who he kind of walked in on her, but she told him like, oh yeah.
Mhm.
and she kind of brought him in to like, can you take me somewhere?
Mhm.
Can you take me up to whatever, whatever? And again, I'm thinking he is such a cool person. Like, he's really protecting her. Like, maybe he cares for her.
Mhm.
And then that heifer gets out the darn truck, and she's like, "Listen here, wait here. I'll be right back."
Oh, can that piss me off? Don't put me in some shit you ain't even tell me. Oh, that would piss me. You bringing me into stuff because you know my situation. You know what I'm saying? I work for your dad.
Mhm.
I'm in this
Mhm.
this space where I can't really tell on you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You chose me intentionally because you knew I would not be able to retaliate in some way.
Right.
Like that
Right.
shit pisses me off when people are intentionally choosing people to
Mhm.
do
Keep
bad.
your secrets. Keep
Yeah.
your secrets.
Keep their secrets, which is Beulah. That reminds me. Beulah says something like, "People with secrets, can be
Yeah.
manipulated or whatever." She said something like they
Mhm.
can be
Mhm.
used, or you can change them or something like that or
Mhm.
whatever. And I'm like, she knows that for a reason.
Mhm. First-hand knowledge
You know
of
that
it.
for a reason. All right, so okay, episode 8 is where we learn the truth about Ten Petal Ranch and that they are.
So,
Go ahead.
yeah, they are rotten. They ain't no good. Them jokers is rotten to the core.
Cool. Yeah, they running drugs.
Running drugs. No wonder they ain't had no about 25 goddamn cattle on their goddamn ranch. They don't even have no, and you see how small and itty bitty them goddamn cows was?
Yes, and this is no, that's episode 9. When Beth realizes what's in there or whatever. But they come across the fact that yeah, they are running like that's how Beulah was able to stay open during all of that tumultuous times because she
Mhm.
started taking drug money.
Right. Because they didn't have the type of beef to sustain. They
Mhm.
didn't have the type of beef really and I don't know if this was probably after her dad died, right? Or
Mhm.
and passed it on. She
To her.
didn't know what she was doing
Mhm.
because she was one who was out here doing what she wanted to do and not paying attention to how the business needed to be ran.
Mhm.
So when she got into the situation of being the owner now of this ranch, she didn't know what she was doing.
Mhm.
And she got set up for the okie doke because she played right into that cartel's hand. Because you don't even have the quality of beef to sustain yourself for 100 plus years, however many years they've been in existence. And in order to even put on appearances, those jokers chose to sell drugs, to be goddamn drug
They did too.
mule.
Like there's no get. I mean, I've never seen a successful Kim. Even every movie you've ever seen, where you remember on Good Times when JJ tried to get out of the gang, you
Mhm.
can't get out. You can't.
Mhm.
You can't get out. You have to fight your way out. You got to die your way out. You can't get out of illegal activity. Once they got somebody swooped up in that shit, you cannot get
Mhm.
out. She
Mhm.
ain't seen that lady. You don't know that. But she don't know that because she ain't
But
bet. She was just trying to make that money
yeah,
and keep, like you said, and keep the
keep up
name,
the facade. Mhm.
keep up the
And
facade.
then and it goes back to when Beth was trying to get those, I don't know, have 5 cows or whatever. You needed Beth to do 150 cows because you ain't had no goddamn cows to process your goddamn self.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't had no meat running through there.
Mm-mm.
Because you didn't even have no good quality meat because all you was doing, all your cows had drugs in it.
Drugs in them. Yeah, you just need a cow good enough to transport drugs.
Transport drugs. Like, what are we doing? And I knew what I thought originally from the first episode. I thought he was skimming. I thought Rob Will was skimming.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought
when
he was doing that too. Yeah.
he was doing like some funny with the numbers.
Yeah.
I thought he was skimming, like not counting some, and then selling some of
Or
the cows for
saying they had
what?
more than what they had.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought he was skimming. I didn't
Mhm.
think the Joker was goddamn selling
True.
cocaine,
Mhm.
smuggling cocaine for the
Mhm.
cartel.
Mhm.
Didn't even. I'm again thinking in the realm of ranching. I'm thinking something going on with the cows, the type of cows, the quality of the beef, y'all infecting other people's stuff. That's what I'm thinking. No way. The twist was because that man, when that man went to them, was like, "Listen here, let me tell y'all what's going on."
We done made a deal with Nino Brown around here. Yeah.
And who is the Nino Brown, y'all? Who is the Nino Brown? That was the shocker for me. Who is the Nino Brown? You say?
What was his name? Mariano?
I don't know what his name is, but it was Joaquin's daddy.
Yeah.
Joaquin's daddy is
Yeah.
the third cartel.
Mm-hmm. More to the story.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that coming, Kim. I told you it went left for me. I was like, what are we doing here? I don't understand if the writers have really tried to sensationalize this story. Like, is this realistic? Because I can go with when it doesn't seem realistic. I need to look up, does this happen often? I bet you it does happen.
I bet someone has tried it for sure.
Smuggling drugs through,
Through cows.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I'm sure they've tried it.
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't, I could care less about, because then we start to see Beulah's um lie life start to
Around.
crumble,
Yeah.
right? So, she has the heart attack. She's in the hospital, and at this point, she has given Rob will, as I think it's her way of saying, you have it, burn it down to the ground,
I'm
destroy
tired.
it,
Yeah,
do
I don't
whatever you want to do to it.
care.
I'm done with it, because if somebody find out something, you in
You want
charge now.
to
I ain't got nothing else to do with it. So you go ahead and do what you want to do. At this point, I think she's like, I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay?
I remember
Not
her.
and then not realizing that Beth and Rip are now collateral damage, because they're now intertwined in this bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
But all she's looking for is her way out.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have again Everett being by her side, concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, look, if you want to do this, let's go right now. We can go be together now.
Mm-hmm. Not knowing what she involved in, because at that point he doesn't know.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's thinking, okay, we're gonna be together, we're gonna do this. Let me go ahead and steal you out this hospital.
Mm-hmm. Not knowing the cartel after her.
And I'm gonna take you back, not knowing that the people don't told on her.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, or around the same time, Beth and Rip are finding out that drugs are in the goddamn cows.
Mm-hmm. And they wrapped up in it.
Wrapped up in it, and they don't find the goddamn accounting book.
And
The
Carter
ledger.
too. Because Carter
Yeah.
working for them. Carter was started working for the
Yeah.
Reds as well. Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what, Carter,
Until
do
the
better,
end.
honey. Because
Yeah.
I'm sick of talking about you. I'm done talking about you for the series. Do better, honey, because you are a whole hot mess out here. And you had no right to talk to
Mm-hmm.
Rip and Beth the way that you did.
Mm-hmm.
All that they have done for you, honey. They could have left your little happy ass in Wyoming or Montana or wherever they came from. But they brought you to help you have a better life. But you chose to be a dumb butt, a simp, a cowboy simp, is what we're gonna call you.
And you know what, I'm hoping that next season maybe that's his growth, because I remember him having a conversation with what's her name, and he's complaining about them, and he tells her he doesn't want to be, because she's like, they care about you or something like that, and he was like, I don't want to be anyone, like he doesn't. And I'm like, why? Everybody want to be somebody want to be somebody. So family has somebody to care about you. Like, why don't you want nobody to care about you, boy? That sounds stupid.
And Rip is trying to connect with him. He was like, you all, y'all came and gave this orphan, think y'all was doing something by taking me in as an orphan. And Rip is like, look, you ain't the only orphan in this family. Like, I've been through some stuff too. Like, I'm trying to connect with you and show you this is, you can, there's a better way to do what you're
Yeah.
doing, you know?
But
And
it
he
is.
wasn't even hearing that.
He wasn't hearing it. And maybe that is the self-love. Like, I'm not worthy of his love. So I'm going to reject it. I'm going to push it away. Maybe that's what it is. I'm interested to see how that plays out because these people are so good to you and you are like being an ass. But you being nice to the person who's being an asshole to you. I've seen that before. And it's to me, it has to be a thing where you must think you don't deserve it. Because
Mhm.
why are you why are you accepting it? Like it doesn't,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Okay,
And
so
then
mm,
not to also put out there, Pollyann is pregnant.
oh, I missed that, Kim. How did I miss that, Kim?
Pregnant. She found out she's pregnant.
But do she know whose it is?
No.
No, okay, because I'm going to say she was sleeping with the boyfriend and because that's what she told him. That's why he spazzed out. Because I fucked you and I fucked the other dude. So
And she finds out that she's pregnant. She finds out that she's pregnant. And she wants to, when she goes to talk to him afterwards, um, that's why she puts the battery in his back about going away together. They want to go
yeah.
away.
And he's like, and I'm like, and he is so excited. He's like, yeah,
Yep.
let's do this. I'm like,
And
that should have just
he's
called
a
you
whole dang.
basically a pussy last
You ain't even graduate high school. You have no skills. You ain't even no good cowboy. Where you going?
and why? Yeah, but she's using him just like grandma uses people, right?
Yeah.
He can help her get away. She needs somebody,
Mhm.
so that's what she's
Mhm.
doing. All right,
Mhm.
so as we wrap up the end of the season, um, Beth is asking Carter to come home, right? He goes off of what's her name, right? He's asking her to come home. She's like, nah, I'm gonna be off in these streets, and it's but she knows other things are happening, right, with this
Mhm.
drug deal
Mhm.
going wrong. Um, Beth goes to the butcher factory, right? And she goes up in there, Rex had Beth snatches that key off that lady thing. I was like,
Charlotte, if that ain't the cleanest goddamn butcher factory, every, ain't not a
ain't
piece
nothing.
of ain't not a piece
Has it
of
ever
meat.
even been used? Has it even been used, Kim? I'm looking around like, it's a slow day, must be.
I mean, ain't no workers back there. And you don't see no people in no white coats back there with no goggles on. You
Kim,
don't see a cow
nothing,
foot,
nothing.
hoof, or body being processed, ran through nothing. You don't see no cow pieces on hooks.
It's a straight prop. It's a straight
And everything shiny and clean.
shiny and clean. Ain't nothing going on back there. I was like, oh my God.
But you gonna tell me I need 150 cows to bring to you? You don't even have nobody to work the equipment.
Mm-mm. So, okay, so let me retract, right? Of her when she came in there, it wasn't that maybe she was intimidated by Beth. It was that she knew Beth would be, well, maybe it was the intimidation, but it was the intimidation perhaps in thinking that this lady will find out my secret. Do not bring your cows here.
Mhm,
Absolutely not. Because
mhm,
you
mhm,
would figure out I got something shady going on somehow, some way. I don't know. But she knew, no, not here or whatever. And had them cows not gotten sick, she would still not known. But here we
mhm.
are. Um. Oh, and there go Rip again, honey. Cause that man grabbed Beth. I know that man grabbed Beth's arm. She
Didn't
said,
even stand a chance.
She said you gonna regret that.
Yeah. Mhm. Fear
Hey,
where?
hey,
Fear
babe.
where? Where was the fear, Charlotte? Fear where? It would be like, oh, I knew you would hit me.
You
Fear where? Okay.
gonna
Oh,
regret that.
you gonna push me and slam me? Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Rip, baby.
Mhm. He put his hands on me.
He put his hands on me. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I got a Rip by my side. I am Kim. I am. I am indefeatable. You can't come
Listen,
for me
you bet not ever disrespect me, honey.
and give me a Rip, honey. Kim, you can't tell me nothing. You can't.
And hung his little happy run right up on that little thing and tied him up and hung his little butt right on up there on that thing. Bye.
I love
Close the
me
door.
Rip. There are several. Okay, so Rip makes the list. Rip, and you watch Survivor's Remorse.
Yes.
The manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them two right there, them two right there, and you, but you ain't watched This Is Us. So Rip, Reggie, I think that was his
Mm-hmm.
name,
Mm-hmm.
and Sterling K. Brown's character, and this is yeah, them my three prototypes right there. Go ahead,
Love me out loud, honey.
swirl them together, honey. Protector, provide all that, swirl them ties together, boo. Okay. Yeah, Rip made the list with that one, honey. All right, so they confront Beth and Rip confront Beulah about the fentanyl and the cows.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it just all goes like it is all exposed, right? Rob Will talks to what's his name? That's Mariano. He must be working for what's his name? No, Mariano. He talks to him about getting the drugs taken because they take the drugs, right? Because they take them and then they give them back, but they still come looking for them. And this is when I say, Kim, I'm not built for this life because everybody picks up a gun. Do they not? Am I wrong? Am I incorrect?
Mm-hmm. And listen here, and Everett finds out as well. So they actually bring Everett in to do
I couldn't
the.
understand that. Like, why did he? It was it that good, Everett? That you coming in here now? You about to die for it? Like, what is going
He the
on?
veterinarian. Who else they gonna call to come and cut the cow up?
But Kim, he comes to fight that night too.
He does, because at this point, what can you do? You got to kill
I
somebody.
go. I'm going home. I'm gonna fix. I'm gonna
Mm,
cut up this. Take
He
my
ain't
ass
doing it.
home. I'm
He
going
ain't got
home.
time. He ain't now because I think Everett does feel some type of um loyalty to Beth and Rip. I know that he has a connection with Beth for sure. He
It
has a
must
connection
be
with Beth,
deep. It must be
but
deep
he feels a sense of loyalty to them because in essence, kind of, he's kind of brought them into a
into
little bit of this this
messing
mess,
with these
right?
people.
And then so
I still don't know.
now,
I'm gonna apologize, Kim. I'm not picking
yeah.
up
So
the cut.
listen here, and they set it up, honey, because they was ready, honey. They was ready. Everybody got their gun. Everybody knew what they were supposed to do. Everybody knew where they were supposed to be shooting at, where they were supposed to be getting the people to come from, because they knew they was coming. And my thing was that little bit of, I don't know how many cows they had, maybe two, maybe it might have been five. But that little bit of jugs they had in that little bit of that little bag, that ain't been enough. That ain't been enough drugs for me. It need to be some more drugs for all that. That was just a little bit of drugs. I'm not no
Need to
drug
be about to
person.
lose my life.
Listen, I'm not no drug person. I don't know how I go. But it was one bag. Wasn't it just one bag?
Yeah, for you to be like, it must be worth millions. It must be worth multi-millions, Kim, in this one bag because this is just when I was just like, what is happening? I thought this
Yeah.
was a cattle ranch.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's a cattle ranch, all right. But listen, we got other skills as well. And you know what them skills are? We know how to shoot. And we know
Kim,
y'all coming for us.
okay,
So we
okay,
gonna come. Yeah.
Kim. Then at some point in this shootout, Rip, this okay, they win,
Mm-hmm.
right?
They do.
Oh boy, a part of the opposing team, um, runs off, right? Loses his gun. Rip gets in the truck and goes after him.
Mm-mm. Listen here, Rip is about this. Like, I'm telling you, Charla, he's a different kind of dude.
He is a different type of dude, Kim, because there's no way I'd have been like, well, that's a done deal. It was like, I'm going after this dude.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yes, I'm just
Coming
not.
from Yellowstone, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It is what it's supposed to be. And then, okay, so what we're finding out is all these deals have been made like in the
Mhm,
background. So
mhm,
we got Beulah making a deal with the cartel, which ends up being Joaquin's dad, right?
mhm,
Who originally worked for her father.
mhm.
And that this deal happened, and the father gave her Joaquin so that at some point he was going to take over. He was going to take over
The ranch.
the
Mhm,
ranch, the
mhm.
operations, right? At some point, which was supposed to be at the point where she was supposed to be handing it over to him, but
Mhm,
she did not. Now, these things were in the works. They had been running drugs for what, 10, 15 years at this
mhm,
point?
mhm.
And which I did not feel sorry for her, not one bit. I didn't feel sorry for her for the heart attack, and I didn't feel sorry for her with everything that happened afterwards, because she tries to put this little soft story in to Everett about she was forced to do it, and she was only going to do it for a little while,
And they
and
just
all this stuff.
lie. They
Now,
lie. They
now
lie so bad.
and my thing was, what kind of gassed me for a little bit was the fact, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe Rob Will is doing this. But then when it comes out in the wash, you knew about all of it.
Mhm.
All of y'all knew.
All
All
of
of
y'all
y'all
knew.
knew
The
what
ranchers,
y'all were running.
everybody.
All of y'all knew what was going
All of
on.
y'all knew what was going on.
And so now the chicken has come home to roost. I don't feel bad for none of y'all. I don't feel bad about what happened to Rob Will, because he got what he deserved.
So you think Joaquin did it?
I think Joaquin did it.
Because they didn't, but he was driving off in the night, and
Yeah.
looking a little satisfied. Looking a little
Mhm.
satisfied.
Mhm. He sure was. And I think he did it because I think they're sick of Rob Will, which I'm sick of Rob Will.
Because he causing havoc at the gas station, just at the gas station. Just ain't even on the ranch.
He just
So
causing havoc everywhere he goes.
yeah,
And
no
then
no
for him
love
to,
lost on him.
yeah, and then for him to flip on his mom, because he goes to Mariano in the hotel room, and he was like, yeah, well, mom kind of brought these people in. And he flips on his mom. Don't have
Mhm.
no loyalty to nobody. You know
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying? So for me, he got exactly what he deserved. I don't feel bad for him, not one bit.
No, I wasn't grieving over him. That's for sure. I guess I was just okay. So we end it with Carter being kidnapped.
Yes.
Carter is kidnapped, and I was like, okay, and that's when I was like, okay, there must be a. Oh, we gotta wait a whole nother season.
Yeah. And I really don't even care about him being kidnapped. They could beat him up. They could whoop him. I don't even care about Carter
Well,
being
you know he
kidnapped
gonna come back
because
brand new. He gonna
I'm
come back brand new. He gonna love
sick
his
of him.
family. He gonna
I'm
appreciate
sick
his
of him.
family. Mhm.
You got these people running all over town because they know what's going on. Like you're in danger, homeboy, and you can't
Yeah.
even pick up your goddamn phone
Mm-mm.
to answer my call.
But I guess in the past they have kept him out of stuff. So, because remember she was like, "Oh, go and take what's her name out," and they was killing up all them cows. So they have not. I mean, he could be like, "Oh, this could be another situation where y'all are like, you know what I'm saying? Not being honest with me. I don't know, but
I don't care. You showed your rump at that goddamn party
yeah,
because
he
that
did.
little girl hurt your
That was so
feelings.
embarrassing. That
So
was
I'm done. I'm done.
what
I'm
was I
done talking to
catching
you.
around over here?
Yeah, and I tried to tell you something. I tried to give you something, and it's not just Rip and Beth. Everybody tried to help that goddamn brother. The darn sheriff tried to help him. Rip and Beth tried to talk some. Everett tried to talk some sense into him.
But no, even Dwight. Even Dwight tried to tell him before he died, before he was killed. Dwight tried to talk to him. That's what I'm saying. He's just not in a good place where he thinks he deserves all of this goodness. He doesn't think, I don't know, it must be like PTSD from being left behind, being abandoned, even though I think what the mother died or somebody
Yeah.
drug overdose or something.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming he's gonna come back just super grateful. I'm hoping.
I don't have much.
And
I don't
he's
have.
still alive. But what I guess my takeaway. Okay, you ready? You ready to do the what
Mhm,
was she thinking?
mhm, mhm. Mm. Yeah, I'm ready.
What was she thinking? I don't it's gonna be me. It's gonna be what was I thinking? What was I thinking watching this because I was trying to find the relevance of what I could take away.
Mm.
And some of it went too far left for me. Then I was like, this is not what can I take away from this? But then I thought, okay, I think I'm thinking that getting yourself wrapped up in um other people's shit.
Mhm.
Because
Mm.
without discernment or without thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
I don't know, they never really discussed their financial situation. Right. We just know that they had to like we don't know how much money they have left after everything was burnt to the ground. But for them to be seemingly so desperate to have fine work, I'm like, was they broke? Because like
They
why
were
did
they were real close to it because they said that they used out everything they had left to buy that ranch.
to buy the ranch? It's right. So I'm like, are they like
So
living off bread and water? Because for y'all to jump in the den with the devil so quick, it never works out. I've done it.
yeah,
I'm desperate to find something, so I'm just gonna take whatever. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And
I
then when you
I
take
think
whatever.
that be I think that what they had going into it, because they did buy a premium property, right? With
Mhm.
premium cow and
Beef,
beef,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I think that they were gonna flip it. The flip was gonna be massive. And the
Mhm.
flip, when they continued to flip and the flip and the flip and the flip some more, they
Mhm.
were going to be able to rebuild well, right?
Right. Mhm.
But when they spent a majority of their money on the property and the cattle, and then to have all of their cattle wiped out,
Mhm.
that put them in the critical. We
It put it
DEFCON
yeah, no,
5.
because you can't flip.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like,
DEFCON 5.
um yeah,
Mhm.
drug dealers, somebody using all their money to buy drugs, and then something go
Mhm.
wrong, the drugs go
Mhm.
missing.
Yeah, somebody
You
steal
had
all your drugs and you just read up and you got to pay the people for the drugs that you yeah, mm-mm.
you ass out.
Yeah. Mhm. You had
You
DEFCON
ass
5.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, DEFCON 5. Mhm. We had critical at this point. So, I think that's what lent them to pursue the 10 pedal
Mhm.
because they needed to have now
Even
and
though
she was paying them good salaries
but Kim,
because
these people have put a dead body on your property. I'm not fucking with y'all.
but they're the only game in town.
That's what I'm saying. Like the desperation never works out. I have been there and I'm like,
Mhm.
because
They're the only game.
I thought that they were going to come up. I thought they was going to come up and take
Me
over the
too.
10 pedal
Me
and
too.
expose the
Yeah.
infestation of the foot mouth.
Me too. I didn't see it going this way.
You didn't
And
see it
if
either.
I didn't think that the infestation of the cow would have wiped out everything. Like it
Mhm.
wiped out their
Every
everything they had.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to wipe out everything. Um I thought that they would have been able to keep some of the cattle, right?
Mhm.
And so that did put them in a desperate situation. So I mean, I feel like I mean, I was not expecting the drugs. I was not expecting the smuggling, and I was not expecting the reveal of Mariano being
And
like the
Joaquin.
orchestrator of
Yeah,
all.
of
Like
it
he's
all.
like pulling the strings, right?
Mhm.
And Joaquin being kind of in the know and really snitching because he told too. He was telling on during
Mhm.
Beulah too because he
Yeah.
was like,
Mhm.
"Look, she ain't give it to me."
Yeah.
And this is what's happening with Rob Will. And so when that man was like, "Look here, okay, well I'll be down there. I'm
Yeah,
coming
say
down
less.
there. I'm coming down there." And I don't feel bad for Beulah I want her to get more than what she got because she thought that she could just walk away and wash her hands of it
Mm-hmm.
and just leave it over there.
You created
No,
this whole
homegirl,
mess.
you don't get to do that. You're gonna get this mess and you're gonna get the effects of this mess because um
You mean you don't feel bad Rob will die? Because she walked up
no,
on the, I ain't even see her
not
cry.
I don't even know that may hurt her, but it ain't gonna hurt her.
Mm-mm.
What's gonna hurt her is the exposure of all this
You're right. The name.
lying.
The
Yeah, the
name.
name.
Yeah.
But the
Mm.
name ain't gonna be worth squat
And you
piss.
got to go to jail because you smuggling drugs.
Or the cartel gonna start dismembering your body parts.
Yeah. Which one
So
you
and
want, girl?
that was my thing with her
Uh-huh.
was the fact that do I feel like Beth and Rip are gonna get out of it? Yes. Is it
Mhm.
gonna take some finagling and some things? Yes. And it's gonna be a whole nother intertwine, a story or whatever. I will say this also when I was listening to um Cole Hauser, the actor who plays Rip,
Mhm.
he was talking about this season, and he was saying, you know, it was difficult because Taylor Sheridan, he is the creator of Yellowstone, okay,
Mhm.
but he was not like executive producer or anything like that on the Dutton
Ranch.
Ranch.
Mhm.
So he and so Cole was talking about how it's kind of like a new experience for them,
Mhm.
not having Taylor like ingrained in this series. So it's different. It's evolving into something very different than what Yellowstone would do. Like
Mhm.
Yellowstone didn't really get into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. They would have stuck with ranching.
Right,
They would have
right.
stuck with the storyline we probably thought was coming.
Right, right.
Mhm.
And a lot of their issues and stuff was going over the fact that who owns the land? Like, do the Duttons own the land or do the Native Americans own the
Mexicans
land?
own
A
it. Mhm.
lot of that kind of stuff kind of was ingrained into like their conflict and stuff like that. But this is a whole nother like kind of
This a whole nother, this is
different
21st
here.
century. Yeah.
And it's different from what he was saying how different it was from what he
Used
was used to
used to.
with Taylor as the creator.
Mhm.
And we're seeing that because these are the same characters, but this here situation here
It's
is
different.
completely different.
It's different, yeah. I didn't watch Yellowstone, but this is it. I'll come back for season 2 because I want to see
Yeah.
what happens to Cole. I mean Carter. I want to see what happens to
Yeah.
everybody. But yeah, I like for a storyline to remain somewhere in the realm of that could possibly happen. And I guess they just the devastation of the cattle. And you just left me there. You just left me there with the devastation. I guess I was stuck there and I just didn't recover. I didn't recover from the devastation of their whole ranch being wiped out. I didn't care. Did you do your what was she thinking?
No. Well, kinda. I talked about Beulah.
Beulah. Okay, I was wondering if that
Yeah.
was it. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, I'll be back for season 2. I
Yeah.
this one I like again, I think I discussed last time. I like the strong female characters for
Mhm.
sure. And I really hope the TV making, the filmmaking, people keep this going of with the women being strong,
Oh yeah.
confident
Oh yeah.
business women, leaders or whatever, solving their own problems.
Yeah.
Because I'm totally with Beth picking up a gun and standing right alongside Rip. It's just that I know I wouldn't be that woman.
That's just not me.
Not me.
But I get it with I mean, like I said, they're gonna match energies all day, every day.
Yeah.
And that's what make them such I love them as
I like
I
them
love
together.
them as a couple. I love their character, which was one of the reasons why I watched this show, right?
Mhm.
But I did enjoy the series. I wasn't expecting the twist at the end. Those last 2 episodes did kind of send me for I kind of felt a little bit about Polly Sue. Oriana.
Uh-huh.
I kind of felt she probably would have gotten pregnant and at some point, but the drug thing and the fact that they processed no cow, no nothing, that was what was like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, that
Like,
lady sitting there guarding that key with her life around her neck. It ain't
and
nothing
you
back
have
there.
literally got Beth out here making deals with people for meat, and you don't even produce no goddamn
Reduce
meat.
with me. I didn't even think about that part, Kim. You sitting here lying to people's face. You playing in people's face for real. You done made a whole deal. Kim, that's why she wasn't preparing on that doggone jet. Beth over there doing work. I'm
She
reading.
ain't had no meat to get. I don't know if they kept running them same 20 cows through that goddamn ranch. But they didn't have no in them, and they were so little.
Kim. Kim. She wasn't, yeah. That's why she wasn't concerned. Now that I think about it, that's why she wasn't concerned. That
At
is a
all.
whole scam. A
A
whole
whole
doggone
scam. A whole
scam.
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 A whole scam. And
Mhm.
that is what I just wasn't expecting, because I'm so used to it this being about ranching and cowboying
Mhm.
and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just wasn't expecting that. And it has intrigued me. I will be around for
Yeah.
season 2.
Yeah.
I did enjoy season 1. I will be around for season 2, just on the strength of the characters itself.
Yeah.
I mean, I could care less about what Carter got going on. Um, they need to give him a limp or something because he deserves it.
Keep his ass. He
Yeah,
gonna come back. He gonna come back stronger. He gonna be more appreciative of Beth and Rip. I bet he gonna be a different man. He gonna be a little Rip in the training
yeah,
after he
yeah.
done about lost his damn life. I don't know. He
And
may
then,
not return
and then
back.
he's gonna bust his heart open because that baby ain't his. That
Mm,
girl, and she gonna try to pin it on him, but that's not his baby.
yeah, because he's better depending on him than whatever losers. So,
Mm,
child. All right, Kim. So that was Dutton Ranch. I liked it. It was good overall. It was
I did too.
entertaining. All right, Kim, take us out.
All right. If this TV series made you uncomfortable, inspired, or reflective, that is the point, because growth usually starts with discomfort, people. I say this all the time.
Right. And tell us, what was she thinking and what did you think watching Dutton Ranch? We would love to hear your thoughts on
Mhm.
Beth and Beulah and Polly Sue, aka Oriana, and all of the people in this show. Did you think that this show went left? Did you believe the storyline? In addition to what the characters were thinking, we would love to hear what you have to say. Please rate and subscribe, like and share, and join the conversation in the comments. And until next time, we'll see you later.